is I will tell you how we can build websites or improve existing websites using AI. So in the first case, I will show you how to improve an existing website using AI. And for building the same website, it is almost the same process. Once the website is getting built, I will explain how to build new websites also. Okay, but overall, very well the same process everywhere. So, uh, for building the website, okay, so let me say I want to build a website. Okay, so what I can do is I can, I need a toolkit which can build websites for me. So there is a free version and there is a paid version also, and I'm going to show you both the ways if I want to build it for free or if I want to build a paid version. Now, one thing I want to make it very clear is most of you will have this thing that, you know what, I want to do work with AI absolutely free of cost. Okay, now that is possible, but always assume that the quality of work will not be that great. You want top-notch work, you want top-notch power, it is going to cost because running LLMs, right? LLMs run on GPUs, okay, and GPUs are extremely power hungry. Very simplistic description, but I just want to give you that when you are working on an LLM, when you give a simple prompt, assume a lot of power being generated to kind of get you that answer over there. And because of that, at some extent, right, people cannot give you completely free of cost. So they will ask you to pay, and a lot of AI tools, as you see, going ahead, and what you have seen maybe in the image and video generation or in the custom GPTs, etc. Some of them are paid. Okay, so I want you to understand that you cannot get everything free of cost. Okay, so but in building the website as well as the app, I want to show you a free alternative as well as a paid alternative and do a comparison as to the output. One more thing with vibe coding that I have seen, and this is something that a lot of experts also have mentioned about. With vibe coding, you can get to 80%. Okay, that means whatever ideas you have, till 80% you can easily achieve. Don't expect 100% finesse in the first few iterations itself. Till 0 to 80% is easy to achieve. The journey from 80 to 100% is going to be iterative and difficult, and we will see the glimpses into this journey also in today's session. Okay, so instead of taking any other website, okay, I will try to improve Outskills existing website itself. So I will take Outskills existing website itself and try to improve it further from here. So in this, I will do multi-step process. Okay, there is a multi-step process that I will do. First, I will explain the key steps of the process, and then I will run the process end to end and show you what are the things that I'm going to do with respect to the process so that it is super clear what is it that I'm trying to do. So step one, when I'm trying to do this, is I will take the complete snapshot of the website I'm trying to improve. So I will need the snapshot of the website. So in this case, it is outskill.com. Okay, once I will take the snapshot of the website outskill.com, and the Chrome extension I will need to get this done is something called Go Full Page. Go Full Page is an extension which will give me the complete snapshot of the website. Second, what I'll do is here is where I can use ChatGPT / Gemini / Claude. Anything can be used. There is no restriction as to which LLM to use. You use the LLM to dissect and improve the website. You want to dissect and improve the website. That is what you try to do over here in this case. And in the third step, you recreate slash rebuild the website. And here you can use Google AI Studio, which is a free solution. Okay, Google AI Studio or Lovable, which is a paid solution. So today's session, we are going to see the comparison of the outputs between Google AI Studio as well as Lovable. Okay, so this is the workflow for building websites. App building is also similar, but there are a few additional steps we will go through when we build the app. But you have the snapshot of the website, and then you dissect and try to improve it, and then you recreate or rebuild the website. So this is the workflow. Okay, so first step we will do, go to outscale.com. Okay, so this is the website. And then what I'll do is I will go to my extension, which is Go Full Page. And now Go Full Page is actually doing the screen capture. Now, this is a very, very huge website. So it is capturing it and it is going to store it as two photographs or two images. But for smaller websites, it will be all captured in a single image. So you have the website captured. I can store it as an image. So I will store it. Okay. So I am storing this website on my system where I have stored the images of the website. And the tool is Go Full Page which is a Chrome extension. Don't worry, we will, like, resources have been shared for the earlier sessions. For this session also, you will get a resource. Okay, so I have done step one, which is where I have taken the complete snapshot of my website using the Go Full Page Chrome extension. Okay, it's free of cost. The extension is completely free of cost and you can use it without any problems. Now that I have done this, next step, I will need to go to the large language model, LLM, etc., all that. And here I'm going to use ChatGPT. One thing you will see developer mode, etc. For now, please do not worry about what is developer mode, how do we get there, etc. It has nothing to do with what we are going to do so far. One thing to remember is always ensure that, if possible, you are in the thinking mode of your LLM. Okay, thinking mode gives the best results in this case because the LLM has to think a lot in such tasks. So I will now add the files. So I am attaching the screenshots of the websites that I have done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm asking it to dissect the message and rewrite it for me. And for that, I will give it a persona. So people who are looking at this persona to improve the websites, they are what are called CRO experts or conversion rate optimization. Another very, very important thing you need to remember is that whenever you're trying to improve your websites or you're trying to build websites, you need to have a metric that you are optimizing for. Okay. And the usual metric for a website is people share their lead details. That is, you tell information about something and people are very interested and they share their details with you, and that is the something like the end result that you want the website to do for you. Okay, now this particular piece is what you want to optimize the website for, and therefore you want to incentivize and optimize for people sharing their email ID with you so that you can then follow up and share multiple things, ask them to attend your webinar, your workshop, etc., etc. Okay. And people who design websites in a best possible manner so that the lead details conversion is improving are called the conversion rate optimization experts. Okay, so if I want to improve the website, I need to specify metrics saying, like, for example, my current conversion rate is 5%. I want to improve it to 10%. What does it mean? It means out of 100 people who visit my website, 5 people share their email currently. I want to redesign my website so that out of 100 people who visit my website, 10 people give their email. That means I get double the number of leads and I can get more revenue or I can nurture more customers, etc. So business wise, it makes a lot of sense. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we will assume that our current Outskill website has 5% conversion and we want to take it to 10% conversion as a CRO expert. So now it comes to, trying to analyze and take it forward from there. So now the prompt. Hey, I want you to act as a conversion rate optimization expert, a CRO expert with more than 10 years of experience. This, I have provided my screenshots of my current Outskill website. And what I want to do is the current conversion rate is around 5%. I want to take it to 10%. Observe every element critically and tell me what are the changes I need to make so that I can get 10% conversion on my website. What are the changes in the website design, the copy that I need to make so that I can reach there? Okay, so this is a simple prompt. Again, just to explain what we had done in the prompt, nothing very fancy. I told you are a conversion rate optimization expert. I want to take the current conversion rate of around 5% to 10%. I want to observe every critical aspect, what changes I need to make in the website design, the copy, etc., all that. All right. So I am in thinking mode. Okay. And I will just allow it to run. So that's it. So the second step is I have now given the different parts or the features or the screenshots of my website, and then I have taken it forward from there. So quick recap, what we had done, we looked at the website and taken the screenshots with Go full page. Then I am providing the screenshots back saying you are a conversion rate optimization expert and take it from 5% to 10%. And you can see it is kind of inspecting, it is looking at the different sections and trying to improve it from here. Okay, so let this go on this side. It will take another minute or so is what I presume. And within the minute, right, I just want to check in with you folks. How are we doing so far? Are you clear in your understanding? Right. I will again recap the process towards the end, but I hope everybody is understanding the process so far. We have taken the screenshots of the website and then we are now trying to improve it further. Okay, so now it is doing multiple steps. It is trying to, try to figure out because the website is slightly bigger. It is taking even more time in doing this. All right. So what next? What is it that we are going to do as we kind of go along? So once it gives us the critique, we will rewrite the web page so that we are going to put it in the other tool, which will build that website for us. Okay, that's what we are going to do. As this is happening, okay, as this process is happening overall, what I will do is I will show you another tool which can be a lot more useful as you look at multiple things. So this is a slight deviation from our current vibe coding, but I call that, vibe working, where you are trying to get multiple things done with the help of AI tools. So for that, let me show you this tool called GenSpark. And in GenSpark, there is this AI Sheets, which is pretty cool overall. And I'll show you why it is so. So first, what I'll do is let me, share my LinkedIn profile with all of you, because this becomes a crucial point overall. So I just put in my LinkedIn profile. You guys can check it out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the same LinkedIn profile over here. Okay. And here it goes. Take a look at my LinkedIn profile and find me at least 5 jobs that I can apply for based on my profile. And they should be ordered in the decreasing order of the fitment score of my profile to the jobs that you have searched for me. Also provide details like what is the job description, how much is the fitment score, and what do you think is the probability of, if I apply for the job, how do you think I will do? What is your confidence score? And give me in a neat sheet all the details along with the link to the job, etc. All that. So basically, it is like an AI agent which will take my LinkedIn profile and it will search for jobs suitable for my LinkedIn profile. Job search is a very tricky thing. So let us see how it is able to do that. So it is going to go through my LinkedIn profile, and then it is going to, try to check with respect to my profile, what is my background, understand what my background is, and then try to find jobs that potentially I could apply for. Okay, so instead of me searching, looking manually for various jobs, etc., I can have my agent do it on the side while I'm doing another work. So I also wanted to kind of give you the glimpse of how an AI generalist works. For an AI generalist, on one side, you are trying to redesign and rebuild a website. On the other hand, you are trying to search for jobs on the side. Okay, so this also, let it run in parallel. It will take some time, and then let us come back and look at what's happening so far. There you go. So it has said, right, that it has said that this is the CRO focused teardown. It is said the biggest conversion blocker is it is trying to sell too many things at once, like mastermind, courses, business team, upskilling, fellowships, newsletter, etc. All that. Okay. So if you want 10% plus, we would make it a single purpose landing page. Okay, for the single purpose landing page, it is saying all this, do this, do this. Everything is fine. Okay, for now, I am not really getting into what are the details, but you can see the quality of work it has already produced. It has given a lot of information that we need to do. Okay, so in the next part, I'll say, let us optimize it only for the mastermind and incorporate every critique that you have given and rewrite for me the landing page along with a prompt which I can put it into any vibe coding tool and build the website. Okay, so I am saying that let us optimize it only for the mastermind and rewrite for me the landing page with a prompt that I can put into, it is said vibe, it is vibe coding tool, and build the website. Okay. One optional thing you can do is you can add what is called this canvas. Okay, so that it comes in a separate thing and I can edit if I want. So Canvas is another extension of ChatGPT, which produces the output in a different window. That's all. Okay, so there you go. You see that it is now building the 2-day GenAI Mastermind single offer landing page along with the basic prompt and what is it that it needs to do. So whatever you have described as to what needs to be done, all of that is now becoming like a proper prompt. Now you might not really understand what this is, what is happening over here, right, etc. But you don't have to worry. A lot of it is workflow driven, and you only have to copy this and put it into a vibe coding tool. Okay, so it is now writing the complete landing page copy, and this is what I will put it in the other tools. So because it's a fairly big landing page, it is taking its time to write the copy, etc. And whenever you want to make changes, you can again prompt it and those changes can be made. So this is the complete landing page prompt. And this is the prompt it is asking me to kind of put. So it is telling me that this is the prompt that I should use. Okay. So for my tool comparison, I will use exactly this prompt. I will not use any other thing. I will put in exactly this prompt to build the websites. Okay, so what I'll do is just to show you that these building platforms are intelligent enough, I will copy the entire thing with the landing page copy as well as the prompt. I will copy both of that and I will put it into the different tools. First tool is the Google AI Studio, where I am using the Gemini 3 Pro preview. It is available free. You don't have to do any payment. The only difference is if you are on the free version of Gemini, it will have restricted number of tokens or you cannot do a lot of work. It will only allow you to do some work in a particular day. And after that, you will have to either, go to a paid plan or wait for the next day for your tokens to be replenished. But this I feel is a pretty decent tool to get started on a free level. So I'll copy the complete prompt. Okay. And the other thing I'll do is I will upload a file. What file I'll upload? I will upload the screenshot that I have taken. Okay. Why I'm uploading a screenshot? So that it has a visual reference of how I want it to build. Okay. So for that, I am giving the screenshot also. And now all I have to say is just build. Okay, so basically what it does is it takes a screenshot. It is now understanding all the big prompt that I have put, and now it is going to build it out for us. Similarly, I go to Lovable. Okay, I'll attach the same screenshot. I'll put the same prompt exactly. I'm putting the exact same prompt. Okay, and I'll ask it to build. Okay, so it is taking the exact same prompt. It is going to take the exact same thing. So let's look now like a comparison between two tools. Of one is Google AI Studio, which is a free tool, and other is Lovable, which is a paid tool which charges around $40 to $60 per month, and it gives you the number of tokens. And once you exhaust those, you will have to again replenish that. So it's called credits over here. Again, it will tell you exactly how many credits you have used, etc. So we will take a look at that. But this is how it works. Okay, so just to give you a quick recap of what all we have done. Step one, we have taken the snapshot of our website outskill.com using the Go Full Page extension. Then I have used ChatGPT in my case, but you can use Gemini or Claude to dissect and improve the website. And we have used the CRO experts, the conversion rate optimization as the persona to kind of improve our conversion percentage from 5% to 10%. Then I'm trying to recreate or rebuild that website. And I'm using two tools, Google AI Studio, which is a free version, and Lovable, which is a paid tool. And I'm doing a side-by-side comparison to see which tool is doing good. So that's what we have done. And right now we are in the third step where we are rebuilding the website directly. You see here, it is now saying it is a dark premium aesthetic, a persistent mobile first sticky CTA, complete registration flow. Again, I don't even know these terms, what modal means, etc. and all that. I don't need to bother because I have given the prompt which ChatGPT has given, and I'm asking it to build it for me overall. Okay, so it is going to build everything for us. Similar thing is happening over here. So it is trying to build it all. So it is now going to see that, the reference shows a sleek dark UI with lime or neon green accents. So if you see here, there is a lime neon green accent on the Outskill website, which Lovable has picked up and it is trying to build. It is saying dark premium theme with near black backgrounds, neon green accent, clean system fonts with generous sizing, card-based layouts, smooth animation using Framer Motion, everything. Okay. Again, I don't even need to know what Framer Motion is, what this neon lime green accent is, etc. I have a workflow. I just diligently follow the steps of the workflow to create my websites. Okay, so this is going, and this is the best part. Anytime I am seeing an error, it will think through the error and it will try to fix it itself. Many errors that happen, if the system is able to understand, it will pick and solve the errors itself. Okay, so the best part about this workflow, let me tell you, is that as your tools get better, you get better outputs without you putting in additional effort. So if your underlying Gemini 3 models become Gemini Pro later on, your product that is built gets better because the underlying model is much better. And that is why, as an AI generalist, it's very, very important not to get fixated on, okay, what are the tools available, but think about workflows. Okay, think about workflows, and you should think in terms of, hey, I want to look at this workflow. And later on, when you kind of find that, the ChatGPT 5.2 is there, but there is a better model that has come up in, say, Claude. You can switch to Claude for the better model, and still it should work very well. Okay, so you are here. I think the website is up. Okay, so let us look at it. You see here, right? You have the Outskill website. One thing that has happened here is, even though I have given the screenshot, I have not given the explicit instructions. It picked its own kind of an accent. It followed the black thing, but not the neon lime green accent my original website has. But then rest of thing looks good, right? Very neat, elegant page. No recordings is also emphasized. Then how the 48 hours are structured, right? Who this mastermind is for, learn with practitioners, okay? FAQs, etc. It has tried to pick the FAQs overall. Then reserve your free seat for the next cohort. When I say reserve, the email and the first name comes, which I can then share and so on. Okay, I have not given the dates, I have not given a bunch of information, but otherwise it has done a pretty decent job right now, as you can see. Okay, it looks like Lovable also has done it. So let us look at what Lovable has done. Okay. Let me refresh the page. Sometimes when it's not visible, page refresh typically helps. There you go. So it is saying it is now following the grammar of the language. Look at this, right? All of that with nice animations, pretty decent things. Everything is there. When I say reserve my free seat, I get a pop-up with email and first this thing. The performance is more or less the same. The only difference is the color scheme. This one tries to mimic my original color scheme much better, whereas Google AI Studio is following its own scheme. It did not get that brief. But again, this is a completely free tool. This is a paid tool. Even with slight differences, I think it is pretty good, right? And one more very neat thing, if you see here, right? Here, my header is going away with the scroll. Whereas here, if you see, even if I'm scrolling, my header is persistent. What that means is, even if somewhere I decide, okay, I want to reserve my seat, I can reserve my seat directly over here. Whereas in the Google AI Studio, if I want to reserve my seat, either I have to do it on the top or I have to do it at the very bottom. Okay. So those small nuances, right? Those becomes extremely important when you're trying to build an website. All right. So folks, how is it going so far? Right? How do you like on a scale of 1 to 10 the websites we have built in hardly a few minutes into the session? Right? We are just few minutes into this session and we have built very good, amazing websites that could work. All right. Again, process always the same. You take the snapshot of your website with the Go Full Page extension, dissect, improve the website, recreate and rebuild the website using these particular tools. Okay. So before we go next, let us look at the job recommendations that has come to me. Okay, look at this. It is saying head of AI product development, product head AI and computer science, then head of artificial intelligence, VP technology, head admissions AI at tech startup. It gave me the location. Then it is also given me the salary and application probability. It is saying this has 85%, 92%, and it is saying head of AI product that learn with .ai, and it is giving me the job link. So let me go to the job link. And this is the job link. Okay. So right now it is not accepting applications. It's okay. But basically it is saying that, maintain a structured body of deep insights you have gathered from building domain and customer expertise, drive measurable outcomes to frequent data-driven product iteration cycles, etc. Okay, so you will your job. We are not layering technology. The US education model is outdated. So basically, it is saying that there is a US education system fixing to be done with AI. That is the kind of job it has found for me. The next other job it has figured out for me, let me look at it, which is product head, which is AI and computer science programs at designing, developing, and leading an advanced AI-based academic program. The role demands strong expertise in AI, ML, deep academic knowledge, and hands-on experience in instruction design. Actually, this part is more suiting my kind of profile. So I could actually kind of apply for this. Of course, here it is saying no longer accepting applications, but that is okay. I'm trying to find jobs, and at least I know that the system is trying to find the right job for me overall. Okay, so now we will try to now build our product. But before we do that, we will also talk about how I can build a resume and apply directly for this. But for that, let us hold on. When we are building the next product for us, at that point in time, we can consider this. All right. So the next part of the session today, what we are going to do is we are going to build an application. Before I do that, I also want to explain to you, in case you want to build your own website, you don't have an existing website, but you want to build your own website, what are the steps you need to do? So I would always suggest take a snapshot of existing competitor website. Okay, so if you want to build a consultancy, look at a website of a consultancy whom you consider it as your competition. Take a snapshot of your existing competitor using Go Full Page. Then on ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude, okay, give your full business context. That means explain what is it that business that you want to do, explain it in very clear terms and say, try to use that website as a reference for me to rebuild or recreate the prompt of the website. So the output, you get the prompt for your website. Then you can put the prompt in Google AI Studio or Lovable. Okay, so now the next question is, how do I take this website live, etc. All that I will discuss that towards the end. But if you, instead of improving your existing website, you want to create your own website, I would always recommend you to take a snapshot of an existing competitor or a website that you are very, very inspired by. You like this website and you want to take that as your inspiration. Because if you try to ask it to build it from scratch, AI does not do a very good job. It always does a better job when you are able to give it references and examples. Okay. So now what we will do is we will get into the process of building an application. Okay. So to build an application, first you need to take a very rough idea of what you want to build. Okay, and this second step is very important. Not many people know about this, but this is the secret sauce. Okay, find existing products or competitors of your idea. If you don't have an exact match, at least find an approximate match. Okay, then take the features of the competing product. Okay, so your competing product, try to get all the features they already have. Now, in case you do not have any competing products, that time you can say, hey, these are the list of features that I would want. Then fourth step is try to build the 1 to 3 important features. You have to discover those 1 to 3 important features of your product, because you cannot build 100 features at once. You have to build only 1 to 3 important features. Why, etc. We will discuss it very soon. Then what you should do is, after taking this 1 to 3 important features, build a PRD, okay, which is something called the product requirement document. So this is a typical document which lists what exactly needs to be built for a product. This is how product teams specify what needs to be built for engineering teams. So you try to build the PRD for your product requirement document. After you build the PRD for your product's requirement document, then you build on a vibe coding tool. Okay, so this is a little more bigger steps. Like there are 6 steps and there is an additional 7th step also. Iterate and add features. Okay, so this step is like something like a loop over here. where you iterate and keep adding features overall in this place. So whenever, if you might have say 25 ideas or features in your head, start with one to two, three features, then keep building it and keep going it in an iteration. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this entire process to life, and I'm going to build what is called an AI powered calorie counter application, or something like a health application. Okay, so this is what I'm going to build in the next few minutes, and I'm going to follow this exact same process overall. Now, the first one idea of what I want to build, this is an idea I had. You can also think of various ideas that you have jotted down and figure out, okay, this is the idea I want to build. You need for this process, at least the core idea must be clear in your head that this is what I want to build. Okay. Now what I'll do is follow the steps carefully. So now that I want to build a AI powered calorie counter application, the second step, I need to find competitors. Now, one way to do that is I go on Google, I search, etc. But I will be much smarter. What I'll do is I will go to perplexity.ai. Okay, I'm on Perplexity. And what I would do is this. For Perplexity, I will I am trying to build an AI powered calorie counter application. Can you tell me the top 4 to 5 competitors that exist for this product that I'm trying to build? Okay, and I will search. So Perplexity is a research assistant. So I will use this research assistant to actually search for some competitors that I want to build. Okay, so it is giving me a lot of competitors. It's saying Calorie Mama, Cal AI, Counter AI, MyFitnessPal, Chronometer, LifeSum, Yazio, etc. Okay, so step two has been done where I found existing product competitors of the idea. Now what I'll do is I will now go to each of them. First, I'll go to MyFitnessPal. I can search for myfitnesspal.com. Okay, now here is the other part which you need to take. Try to go to the paid pricing page of this application. Try to find out what is the pricing page. So it's typically present in premium or paid plans, etc. So go to premium. Okay, and in premium, try to go to the pricing comparison table. Okay, so this is the price comparison table, and this is a set of features. So what I'll do is I will take a screenshot of all these features. Okay, I have taken a screenshot of these features right now for MyFitnessPal. Then there is Yazio. Let me look at Yazio. Okay, so there it is. Then I will need to find the, kind of the comparison. If you're not finding that, that is okay. So try this thing. I'll just try this. Maybe I'll skip this part. I think it is not showing the complete this thing. But if you see here, there is some kind of features which are available. Okay, so I'll not use this. Maybe I'll go for one more. Let me go to LifeSum. Okay, This also doesn't look like it has it. It's fine. We can go for other ones. Let us look at chronometer. See, some of the other will have those pages. So I'm going to simulate the process and show you that in some cases you might not be able to get it. Some places you might get it. So this is a good, it has features already available. And there is something called upgrade to gold. And here in such upgradations, you should get all the features. There you go. See, you see here, there is this table that is available, and I will take a snapshot. So I got snapshots of these features. Okay. Now let me try one more final one. I will say Calorie Mama. Again, looks very old. So it is giving like something here, but I think these features we have already looked at. I think we are good to go to start building. So what I have done is I have taken my idea, which is the AI powered calorie counter application. I try to find the existing computers of the idea. For this, I'm using Perplexity. Then this is a little manual because you require a little manual oversight to figure out where the exact features are. So here I'm looking at pricing pages for competitors and I'm trying the screenshots. Okay. Now, after this entire two steps of features and PRD, I will need to do it on ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini. Okay. So what I'll do is for now, I will try to build it on, say, ChatGPT itself. Okay. Again, I can use Claude, I can use Gemini, I can use any other tool. Maybe I think for this, I will, as a change of pace, I will build it on Claude to just show you that I can build this anywhere. So I go to Claude. Always try to have the most powerful model, but if you're on the free version of Claude, what I have noticed is when you're trying to do this process on the free version, you will hit a token limit. Okay, so that is one drawback you will face, but otherwise, if you are looking for free versions on ChatGPT or Gemini, you should be able to do that comfortably. But I just want to show you with Claude also what is required. Here you can use Sonnet 4.5 model also. You don't require Opus 4.5 right now. Opus 4.5 will require for very advanced stuff. And here you go. First is I will add the screenshots that we have taken. So I am attaching the screenshots. I am trying to build a calorie counter application. And as part of my research, I looked at other applications and looked at the features they have. And I've attached the feature list as screenshots to this. Examine the features, think about what are all the features a calorie counter application needs to have, and give me a proper list of all the features that I can consider building while building my AI powered calorie counter application. So I'm just narrating that I'm trying to build this. I have the set of features, I'm attaching the pages, and I want to build this AI powered calorie counter application. So when you open up the thinking, right? So you can actually see all that, what it is thinking through, what it is seeing, etc., and all that. So now it is saying me the core tracking features, the AI powered enhancements, the nutrition and goals, database and food management, meal planning recipes, analytics and insights, specialized features, social and sharing, integration and sync, user experience, data privacy, etc. And there you go. It has given you the complete roadmap of all the features that you want to or you must think of while building this application. Okay, you have got all of these features that you would want to build. You got the complete laundry list over here. The complete laundry list is now available for you. Okay, so this is one mistake I see people make when doing vibe coding. What they do is, okay, I have this idea, let me just go ahead and build it. They build a decent product, but if you want to build a very good product or you want to build an error-free product, the clarity and the workflow to make it much sharper becomes very, very important. And that's exactly what we are doing step by step. So the best way to always work with a LLM is first allow it to go free, then add your restrictions. That is the way you should work with a LLM. Don't try to put all restrictions at once. So for example, here I told it to give all features. It gave me 100 plus features. Now I will try to compress it into those 3, 4 features. Look at the next step. I want to build the minimum viable product of my AI powered calorie counter application. So for that, I want my first version of the product to have only like, say, 2 to 3 features at max, 1 to 2 core features, and one differentiator feature, which I think makes this application stand out from the rest of the applications out there. So looking at this, can you give me a table of different combinations of core feature and the differentiator feature that I need to have as part of my uh, uh, MVP, and give it to me in a descending order in terms of what you think are the best combination of features, and give me various options in a neat formatted table. Okay, so again, for those of you who are wondering, I'm using Whisperflow for dictating my prompts. So all I'm doing is I'm taking my ideas and I'm telling it to the LLM what I require, and I'm going ahead with this. So now, because it has looked at 100 features, it is now going to examine those 100 features and tell me what are the various ranks that are there. So first thing is core feature 1, manual logging with search. Core feature 2, calorie and macro tracking. Core differentiator is AI photo recognition. Basic food database, goal setting, voice activated conversational logging. Simple food logging, daily calorie tracking, AI meal, coach chatbot, photo based logging, etc. So it has given me 10 options. So there is this snap and track MVP it is recommending, which is the basic photo AI plus basic tracking, which is the most compelling demo, where it solves the number one user pain point, which is tedious logging, clear AI value proposition, and there is clear viral potential. Okay. So I like these set of features. I will do this. And what I'm going to do is this. I like these combination of features. Make these few changes. Number one, uh, I am going to use an LLM API underneath. So basis of the LLM API underneath, the photo recognition will also be done by the LLM itself, and food logging, etc. Also, it should do photo first. That means first it should try to take a photo. If the photo is not available, you can take a user rough input of a free flowing text, and the AI should recognize the free flowing text and understand what is the amount and log the food overall. Also add like a basic goal setting of how many calories to consume in a particular day. Try to make a PRD out of these sets of features. Also, no database. I want to keep everything on local storage to keep it simple, and try to provide this so that I can build my application next. So you see, I am not very well structuring everything. I'm just giving my thought dump, and Whisperflow is neatly formatting it, and I can send it as prompt to the Claude. So now it is building the PRD. So again, what I'm doing right now is I am asking it to build the PRD. I have not given any restriction right now. Once it has finished building this out, then I will put in some restrictions. So just to recap, we have taken our idea, we looked at competitors, looked at all the features that we can build. Then I have taken the set of features and then decided that, okay, you know what, these are the set of features that are very good overall. Then I am picking one combination of the features, adding my thoughts on top of it, and asking it to build a PRD. Okay, right now it is too big. Okay, it is adding a lot more detail than it is required, but it is fine. As I said, for getting the best work out of an LLM or a chat GPT or Claude or anything, first give it the free hand, let it think as much as it requires, then put the restriction. Okay, so we will follow the same process over here. Okay, it is also giving a lot of out of scope things, success criteria. So it is going and giving me all the prompts, etc., all that, which actually is not required. And I'll tell you why also. So what you should understand is in vibe coding, especially with the new platforms that are coming, what is happening is there is an agent which is building this product. So for agent, you need to give guidelines more than exact instructions. So right now, what you are given is proper instructions, not like a guideline over here. So we will correct that right now. An important feedback. The PRD is too exhaustive. Right now, the PRD is what I'm going to submit to a vibe coding tool, which will actually build this application. These vibe coding tools have AI agents which are going to build it, and they work better with guidelines more than instructions. So try to make it more compact, concise, and to the point while focusing more on guidelines and not exact instructions, prompts, database, things, etc. Try to keep it simple. Give the freedom to the tool to figure things out. Okay, so I have given it the complete feedback, saying that it is too exhaustive. Try to edit it, try to control it, try to make it tighter. Okay, so now it is kind of. This is good. It is giving more guidelines. Okay, this is good. I can copy this right now. One more thing I want to mention is sometimes the dates, right? It gets a little bit wrong. So you don't have to worry about the dates part of it. Okay. So I have copied this PRD right now. So just to recap right now, what we have done is I have taken the one, two, three important features out of the complete features that we have gotten. From there, we built the product requirements document. Here, what I have done is I have made it more concise. And one thing that I have kind of given it feedback is made it more guideline driven than instruction driven. This is very important because we are building with an AI agent. Okay, so now we are trying to build version 1 of the product. What I'll do is version 1, I'll compare on both the platforms, AI Studio as well as Lovable. Then I will pick only one platform to show you the iteration part just for the time sake. All right. So now what I'll do is I'll copy the prompt and I will put it over here. I can remove this part and say build. Again, same prompt so that we are completely fair when trying to do this and ask both to build. Okay, so if you see here, I have given the complete prompt. It has thought and it has started building the application for us. Similarly, it is also thinking. I'll kind of allow it for now. So what is the difference between Lovable and Google AI Studio? One of the major differences is Google AI Studio doesn't have its own database, so it will try to build it. And then we will talk about deployment later, but it doesn't have its own internal database currently. Whereas Lovable, it has its own internal database, which it can use, and that is called Lovable Cloud. So Lovable Cloud is kind of used to help add AI features directly. But the thing is, when you publish this application and give it out to the world, it will cost you a lot more money because every time users use the AI, you will kind of use a lot of money overall. Okay, so this is happening. So building is happening in both the places. So you kind of see that you are building your application right now. Okay, so now it has a very simple interface saying what is the daily calorie goal. I'll say just get started. I will take a snapshot. Okay, and what I'll do is I will go to Google and take a picture of a pizza just to check this thing. I'll go to picture of a pizza. Okay, I'll go to images and I'll save this image. Okay, hopefully this should work. So I'm going to check. I'm going to upload it. So there is an error which I'll say autofix, and it is now trying to fix it up. Okay. Lovable will take a little bit more time. Google AI Studio is much faster for very simple applications. Okay, so as this keeps running, let me come back to our job thing which we had tried, where I showed that this is something that I want to do. So suppose instead of just applying for the job, finding the job, I also want to apply my resume for it. So for that, there is this other cool tool called AI Docs. Okay. So in AI Docs, what I can do is I can choose a template. For example, this is a resume template. that I can choose. So what happens is a resume template, it will figure it out and it will try to use it by itself. Okay, sometimes it follows the brief, sometimes it doesn't, but more or less it tries to figure out that, okay, I have to try to build my resume over here. So what I'll do is I will say my LinkedIn profile. So this is like a small bonus to show you as the application is being built over there. So I will say my LinkedIn profile. So let me copy the LinkedIn profile. The job description. I will pick this job description because this is much relevant. I have shared my LinkedIn profile and the job description. Can you analyze both of them and rewrite the resume for me so that I can apply directly to the job description? So the resume must be customized to the job description using information from my LinkedIn profile. Okay, so what it'll do is it will read my LinkedIn profile, it will read the job description, and it will write a very customized resume for myself. And while you know that you can do this in ChatGPT also, the beauty is here it will give you the completely edited document that you can download and use it right away. Okay, so that's why these kind of tools make our job easy for overall. Okay, so it has analyzed the LinkedIn profile job description. It is now looking at the match. Now it is rewriting the resume to be tailored for the job. So let this happen. We will check on our applications. Okay, so it has kind of said it has done. Let's do this. Okay, there you go. It is saying cheese pizza portion. It is saying 1/8. I can kind of make it half also if I want, or something like that. So see, because it is free, right? It is the cheese pizza is on a black background, etc., and all that. So those issues are there, but overall decent. I will say save, and you see that my pizza has been saved into my database. Now, along with that, if I want to say I had something, okay. So again, here the problem is it is in white text. I will say something like I ate a slice of garlic bread. So, okay, right now you are not able to see because of the font issue, but I just typed, I ate a slice of garlic bread. So it picked up garlic bread. So if I just want to show you garlic bread, one slice, and I'll save it. So there are some problems, but overall it is decently working. Okay, so I'll give it that feedback. Look at the UI of the application because on a white background, there is white text. On black background, there is black text. So I'm not able to read or type it properly. Make those fixes overall and make it more user friendly. So I'm asking it to make those fixes. Okay. So it is now trying to do this. Let's check here. Okay. Again, let me refresh and see if it's coming up. Okay, there you go. So let us get started. I'll say moderate. Then I'll say click plus. I will say photo. So I am trying to attach the picture. So the picture is here. I will say analyze. Okay, it's saying cheese pizza, 6 slices. I will confirm the meal. There you go. Then I will say type. I say I ate a slice of garlic bread and I'll analyze this. Okay, confirm meal. So garlic bread as well as a cheese pizza has kind of been added to this. So this is a much better looking application than this, but let us see how it has improved over here. Let me do the same. Okay. I'll say confirm and save the log. Then I'll say text. I'll say I ate a slice of garlic bread. Highlight the meal. Okay, confirm save log. And there you go. You see, within a few minutes, we have taken the idea, we have kind of brought it to a particular shape, and we have built a very small yet working minimum viable product version of our idea. Now, the next steps, what people would think is if you want to deploy the app, there is this thing called deploy app where you will have to connect your Google Cloud and run this code instance. That is one way. In Lovable, there is this thing called publish where you can publish your project. For example, when I say publish, I can kind of put in the url.lovable.app, or I can add a custom domain. I can even do the security of the thing. So for example, there is already 2 warnings that is there. And I can say, try to fix all of it requires a current scan or update, etc. So I can check the security of my application also. That is a advanced feature in Lovable, which Google, of course, being a free project, it doesn't yet have. So for Google, you need to be a little more tech aware to kind of deploy this application. You need a Google Cloud account, but Lovable, it is much more easier even without coding knowledge. You can, fix your security issues as well as do the same. Okay. So now what I'll do is uh, I will show you the iterative process by adding one more feature to this application right now and show you how are the different ways I would improve this overall application. First thing, I want to add an additional feature. So for that, what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll say, I have built the MVP. Can you give me some good recommendations on the next features do you think I can build? Okay, so I have built the MVP and now I'm asking Claude to actually give me suggestions of some more features. Okay, 7-day history view is there, quick log from history is there, edit or delete logged meals is there, then weekly summary view, smart food database, etc. Actually, I have an idea. Let us see if we can build that feature. I want to build this feature wherein I will specify what ingredients I have got in my fridge, and the AI should recommend a very simple recipe that I can cook. And once I mention that I have cooked the recipe and the portions, it should log it back into the database. So I want a health AI coach that can help me to create healthy recipes and keep my calories under control. So basically, I want to kind of tell what is in my fridge kind of a recipe and do the same. So now this is from here on, it's an iterative process. I think of a feature, I add it. If I'm little doubt, I will go back to the LLM and say that this is the feature I want to build. How do I build it, etc. And anytime, okay, anytime I find that my current feature has broken my application, I can restore it to the previous version. I only have to click this button and it will restore to this place where my application is much well built. Okay, so let this build on this side. Let us check on what has happened to our resume. There you go. You see here, it has taken my resume and it has written KVS Dilip, product and education leader, my professional experience, etc., and all that, what all I have done, my research experience, and everything is given. All of this is actual truth taken from my LinkedIn profile. And if I want, I can download this and export it as a PDF. Okay. So I can now download this PDF. And if this page was active, I could upload it and apply it right away. Okay, so that is the power of AI. And the reason why I wanted to show you these two tools of GenSpark, which is GenSpark AI Sheets and GenSpark AI Docs, is to show you that you can, without you actually doing things, if you know what you want and you specify what you want correctly, you can actually make it work via this approach. So the idea here is you are doing some work on this side and you are delegating another work to an AI agent, then thinking of the next work, delegating to an AI agent and doing multiple things in parallel. In fact, there is this other things that has happened where it has looked at each of the job role, the responsibilities, the requirements, why it is a good fit, the success probability, and the confidence reasoning with the application. So it is like I have hired an AI assistant or an actual human executive assistant who is doing this job on my behalf. Okay. Then as a human, I'll have to come back and then look at it output and decide if the output is good or not. So what you need to understand is when you're working with AI, human's role comes in the starting and ending. Starting to give the task, provide context, provide the success, ending to check if you have met the success criteria or not. That is how you will need to consider. Okay. So here is the AI health coach. I can say what is in my fridge. I will say my fridge has paneer. My fridge has green chilies and I'll say spices. Okay. So I'll say get recipe suggestion. Okay. Now there is some problem over here. Okay. No, no problem. It has come back. So there is a spiced pan-seared paneer, ingredients, instructions, and health tip is there. How much did you eat, one serving, etc. So I can say zero 0.5 serving, one serving, 1.5 serving. Okay. And yeah, so this is available for me. Okay. So I can go back. All right. So now I can add something else. Okay, so I have added this new feature. Now, if I want to make any improvements or anything changes I have to make, I can give that feedback. Now, I will show you one very, very cool trick that can enhance the application like anything. Okay, so for that, I will go back to the Google search. And this is the important thing. I will say Behance food calorie, food app design. Okay, so I can say food delivery app projects. I'll tell you why I'm looking at food delivery app. There are multiple things that are available. I can go and maybe pick one of this. I don't like this. Let me look at this one. So basically, I want to look at UI design. Okay. So let me, I like this. Okay. So what I'll do is I will, kind of do the go full page over here. You didn't do it properly. It's okay. Or let me go to other places. So this part you'll have to be a little patient. Maybe this, let me see. Okay, so this here, the extension is not working well. So maybe I will check on another site. Don't worry, I'll food app design. Okay, so there is this food app tracker. Okay, I like this. What I'll do is I will take a screenshot of this. Okay, I take a screenshot of this and I will add it to Lovable. So I'm taking a screenshot of the kind of scheme I like. I'm adding it to Lovable and I'll say, look at the UI patterns, the fonts on the basic screenshot that I have given. Try to improve the web app with those kind of impact the screens, the fonts, etc., so that the UI of this app is elevated. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm trying to give it a UI reference to elevate the app. So this is a very neat hack that I have found, which can really help in elevating the UI of the apps that you're trying to build. So right now you have built a basic app, and in case something is broken, right, it is very, very simple. I can just simply restore it wherever I want. So I keep adding features, I keep doing multiple things, and whenever something breaks, I can restore and I can keep publishing the latest version of this app for people to go through. Okay, so for publishing the app in Google Studio, you will have to say deploy app, and then you have to select a cloud project or and kind of then add the public URL etc. that you will have to use. That is the way you should do it in Google Studio. In case of Lovable, you'll have to say publish, and when you say publish, you will have to add your custom domain or you have to write the URL so that you can say the URL dot lovable dot app that you can share it with others. Before you do that, you should do the security scan so that all the vulnerabilities of your application is taken care of. Okay, so basically what is happening is it is now trying to, kind of improve the UI of the app with the fonts and everything. So for example, it is saying soft lavender purple background, coral orange meal cards, pink accent buttons, friendlier rounded typography, etc. All that. Okay, you see here, right? The background has become little purplish, the button has become purplish, and you see this animation, there is this animation elements that have come to make it more smoother, more simple. And in case you want to check out the code, right? So there is this code that is here present. You can click the code and you can look at all the code that has been built as part of your app. So if you are someone who is technical, you can actually download the complete code that you want. Or if you are non-technical, you can see that, all the various things that are here, and you can, keep giving it more instructions and try to improve it overall. You see this animation was not there previously. This helps in drawing the user attention to actually add or delete something. Okay, so I'll just delete this now. I'm just waiting for it to complete because if you're trying to do something as and when it is doing right, it will get better. So look at this. Look at how well it has organized stuff and try to make it even better. So the entire UI is now getting changed based on the feedback that you have given. I think a few more minutes, you will have this version 2.2 of the application. You like it, you can keep it. Otherwise, we can go back and restore it to a previous version. Okay, all the edits have been made. It is saying that all these things have been done. So I'll now add it. I will say photo. I'm putting the pizza photo. I'll say analyze. There you go. It has analyzed. And if I want to adjust it, I can adjust, I can confirm the meal. And there you see protein, carbs, and fat is present, but somehow the slider is getting hidden. That we can fix it overall. And you have the recipes, etc. here. I can go to AI Health Coach. I will say paneer, garlic, onion, spices, tomato available. Okay. So I'll say get recipe suggestions. There are some errors with respect to something, but otherwise everything else looks good. And that's how, folks, you try to build your application in this particular manner in a step-by-step approach. Quick recap of what we had done so far. First step, we figure out the idea. Then we find the existing product or competitors that we try to find it via Perplexity. Then we take the features of the competing product using the pricing pages, try to navigate, search for the features, take the screenshots. Then I take the screenshots and try to figure out all the features that are possible when trying to build. So I have attached the screenshots and said all the core features that I'm trying to build, what are present. After that, I'll say from the core hundreds of features, what is the core product that I should build? You try to get that understanding of what is the core product that I would like to build. And here is the core product that, the features that I've built. Then I got the recommendations, and then I will add my knowledge on top of that and build the first version of the PRD, which is very, 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 very exhaustive. PRD is nothing but product requirements document. That is a formal document telling what is it that I have to build and how is it going to work. And then that PRD, I have given it more feedback saying I want more tighter guidelines. And based on the guidelines, it has now built a better version of the PRD, and which I will use it as a prompt for my vibe coding tool. Okay, after I build the first version, every time I want to add a new feature, I keep adding those new features, check if my product is working very well, my previous features are not getting hampered, and then I will keep improving my features, so on and so forth. And that is the complete core process of building a vibe coded application. Okay, so there are multiple ways to do it. I showed you one approach where there is a good 95% chance of building without much errors. Otherwise, you will face errors. Here also we faced a few errors, but they were contained right now with the help of this. All right. So I hope all of you guys had a good session and you have understood vibe coding in a considerable detail with all the workflows, etc., and all that. Okay. Now for mobile applications also you can build it via this, but for mobile applications, sending it and getting it approved is a slightly tedious process. So you'll have to be aware of that. And for any, as I told you, for publishing the application, I showed you for Google AI Studio, you deploy the app from here. For Lovable, you click on publish and you should be able to do that. Okay, so thank you, folks. I hope the session was helpful. Over to you, Farid.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dilip and Sam. It will be great if you don't spam. We will share the resources. But all of the people who are, um, asking about the costing of building, I saw a couple of messages around the costing of building such products and also what would be the cost of running the AI module inside of it. So, Dilip, if you could just mention that as well. For example, in this application as well, we had an AI feature. So every time when that gets used, how does the payment, sort of happen?
Got it. So let me show you that overall. So for example, before I started, right? So I'll just go to 1 second. Okay. So when I started, I was using around 105 credits. Now it has come to 91. That means approximately I have used 14 credits for everything so far. Okay, because I have added new features, I elevated the UI, etc. But the first core application, if I have to make an estimate, I would have used 8 to 10 credits. So
Right.
if you follow the approach that I have shown, there is lesser credits to be, kind of spent. If you try to do all the brainstorming on Lovable, every message you send, there will be more credits incurred. So therefore,
Yeah.
use this tool only for building so that you can control the amount of credits that you can consume.
Perfect, perfect, wonderful. And those of you who are asking about whether this is a web application or a mobile application, this application that we built out can be used on both. You can use it on mobile as well. The only thing is that you cannot directly deploy it into App Store or Play Store. And those of you who want to learn that, I would suggest you to start with vibe coding first, build a few products, and then take the journey forward into building mobile applications as well that you can go ahead and deploy. But Dilip, if there was one, piece of advice that you would like to give to everyone so that they could get started and practice after this session, what is it that it would be?
So one thing is when you start vibe coding first, right? This is especially I'm talking to people who are non-coders, etc. Coders, of course, you are experts. Don't require any advice from me overall. But one thing I want to mention that is when you're doing the vibe coding, start very small. Okay, you should always try to start with a very simple product and then go to the complex product. Don't do it the other way around. Because if you get stuck in a complex product, and one thing I have seen is people try to recover, and people try to say, okay, fix this, fix this, fix this. So here is a cardinal rule. Not many people talk about it. If in three messages your error is not getting fixed, it is better to delete everything and start from scratch. Don't try to recover from a project, because when you face an error which is not getting recovered, like you are seeing an error in your application, you say fix that error, it has not fixed, fix that error, it has not fixed, fix that error, it has not fixed. Three times when you do see that, right, you should be very you should delete it and then start from scratch. Because if you don't, you will keep kind of be in a circle of the errors, and your credits get consumed a lot. In fact, I'll tell you, more than building an application, okay, the most of the problems I have seen is in the case where more than building the application, fixing the application consumes a lot of credits, right? And therefore, not many people tell you this also very clearly, because they get their money by you using their product more and more. So if you make errors, they get a lot of money, right? So therefore, it is very important to understand this. Kill the product and start from scratch to consume that. And one thing you can say is, in your next prompt, you should say that avoid this particular error, so that it is kind of it is covered up in the next iteration that we are trying to do it. Okay. Yeah, that is my
Perfect.
biggest advice, because rest of the advice that is there everywhere, but this advice, it is not present everywhere. So I wanted to make it clear that you guys can understand that.
Wonderful. So, just to reiterate, start with the simpler features first. And in case you see that the tool is going into a loop, then you start afresh. And whenever you are trying to add a nuanced feature into it, make sure that is the only feature that the model is working on, rather than you giving multiple features for it to code at the same time, because that is when it can get confused. Um, you know, uh, what are credits, and all of that? Well, credits are the number of I mean, the number of, I would say, the amount that you can have inside each of these applications that you can use to go ahead and have them write code for you. But what I would like to ask all of you as we close this session out, and I'll share the document as well, I'll show you what we have for all of you. But if you, now that you've seen the potential of AI models to write code, what is it that you are going to be building? What is that application that you want to build or get started with for you to go deeper into this journey? Can you all take 30 seconds to think? Own website, okay? A game, very nice. AI doubt solver, a fitness application, a stationery wholesale website, online laundry service, okay, staffing website, Olympiad quiz, own company website, yoga website. I see a lot of websites coming in, gym application. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So good to see all of these responses coming in on the chat. I'm going to go ahead and share the workbook with all of you so that you actually bring all of these ideas to life. But Dileep, thank you so much for being here today. I will take it forward from here. All right, folks, let me go ahead, share my screen. And for those of you who are asking about security of the applications, well, when you use something like a Lovable or Bolt or even other vibe coding platforms, the way these platforms have been built is by keeping an engineering team in mind first, right? So an engineering team usually has a tester, a security engineer, and all of that. In the same way, these AI models also, before they show the preview to you, they go ahead and check for the security of what they are building as well. And you could reprompt it. There are specific prompts that you can give once the whole application is built out, through which you can audit the security, checkpoints and all of that as well in the application that is built out. That is something that is possible. Now, people who are asking, how is this different from an engineer coding the whole application? Well, this is different from writing the code yourself completely, because you know, even though you're able to build MVPs with wipe coding as of today, and you can have backend systems to collect data like Supabase or Firebase, you still cannot achieve immense scale, right? Like for example, if you think of an application like, let's say, PhonePe, right? It millions of users use PhonePe. Now, can an application like PhonePe be wipe coded? Not entirely, right? And that is a limitation at this point of time in terms of how much scale you can get to. But how are engineering teams using this currently? Well, the time that it has taken to go from an idea to making it into a PRD, to converting that PRD into an MVP, like Dilip mentioned, a minimum viable product with which you can get feedback. This time has essentially gotten cut short, right? So now you can ideate, you can generate a PRD, and you can build the first version of your application in just few hours, and then you can get user feedback. And once you get user feedback, you will realize what are the features that you need to work on, and then you can go ahead and start working on or adding other features as well that you think might be very useful. And the other thing is, for you to go ahead and launch a business, it's always better to test the market fit, whether customers that you imagine would accept your product, are they really accepting your product? And for that, until this point of time, we needed an engineering team to actually code the entire product, and then only we were able to test it in the market. But today, you can happily wipe code a product and then test it. And once you have a proven hypothesis, then for eventual scaling purposes and security purposes, you can get the whole app coded as well. I hope that's clear. Drop in clear on the chat. But these limitations in no way mean that you can avoid learning this, because now you have a new skill set altogether, which is to be able to build products, build software as well, that you could use internally in your teams or even for your personal use cases. Perfect, perfect. Now, let me go ahead, share my screen. And for this session, what we have done is we have actually created a workbook for all of you to go ahead and practice. And this is the workbook that I will be dropping in on the chat, because this workbook contains the entire workflow that Dilip taught us, and it has two tasks inside of it. One is for all of you to go ahead and build a personal portfolio website for yourself, and task two is for you to go ahead and build an AI product. Now, in this workbook, you might see us mentioning different tools, not Bolt, not Lovable, but something called as Rocket AI, because we want you to go ahead and explore them on your own, but you could do them on a Lovable as well. And as you scroll down, for product building, you could use Replit, or you could continue to use Lovable itself, whatever you think you are comfortable with. But inside this workbook, you will clearly see that we have given step-by-step instructions. So even if you missed out on a point here and there in the entire session, or you have doubts, you can follow these steps in an order, and you should be able to go ahead and build your personal portfolio website and also your application. And when you execute, that is when a lot more questions, lot more ideas, lot more exposure is going to happen, right? So we have given the entire prompt that you can go ahead and simply copy paste. This is the prompt for you to build a personal portfolio website. And as you scroll down, you will also find a prompt that you can use to build your entire product. And like we mentioned, keep the first version of the product simple with few features inside it, and then you can go ahead and add more features into it as well. But all of the non-technical people should absolutely go ahead and try this. I'm going to go ahead and drop in this link on the chat right away so that all of you can have it. Data security while using AI is safe, Sukada. You don't have to necessarily worry about it, but we would still recommend you to not have PII information being fed to AI models, right? But here is the workbook for product building with AI. All right. And I will also drop in all of the other workbooks that, oh my God, 1 second. I've sent it only to one person. Let me share it with everyone. Perfect. There you go. This is the workbook that I just shared with all of you, or that I explained to all of you. And what I'm also going to do is I will go ahead and drop in links from all the previous sessions as well. Let me do that very quickly so that in case you have missed out on taking down all of these session notes, you can go ahead and take it in right away. Perfect, perfect. I think with that, we come to the last leg of the AI Mastermind. Kudos to all of you for sticking around until now and completing that of day one and day two as well. I know that a few of you missed out on day one, but you came back on day two and you were able to complete it till the end until this point of time. So I would want to congratulate all of you at this point of time and have all of you get into the graduation part of it, where I'm going to be talking about some bonuses that all of you will be getting access to, and also about your certificates and everything else. But at this point of time, I want all of you to go ahead and drop in a thank you message on the chat, not for us, not for your mentors, because you have already thanked them, but I want all of you to go ahead and thank each other on the chat box at this point of time, and thank your family members. Thank, drop in a word of gratitude for, you know, for where you have heard about this mastermind also from, right? It could have been your parents telling you to attend this. It could have been your friend referring this mastermind to you, or you might have heard it from a YouTube influencer. Can you all go ahead and drop in a thank you note to the person who introduced this AI mastermind to you? I see some people saying thank you, Cred, thank you, GPay. Wonderful. I see a lot of YouTube influencer names coming up at this point of time. Look at that. And more importantly, I want all of you to thank each other as well, because all of us got started on this journey yesterday in the morning, and we are still together, and we have learned quite a lot over yesterday and today. So thank you so much for being a great audience, and I truly wish all the very best for all of your future endeavors that all of you would be taking from here. But I'm loving the chat box at this point of time and how it's booming. Let me go ahead and share with all of you a few bonuses that all of you will be getting access to. And why is it that we are giving these bonuses? Because we want all of you to be able to continue learning from here, right? And how is that going to happen? Well, there are people who have already enrolled into the AI Accelerator program. Even if you have enrolled into the AI Accelerator program, we would want you to be able to practice everything that you have learned in this mastermind, right? Before the accelerator program starts. And the same is the case with everybody else as well, because due to time crunch, we have not been able to go ahead and make you build things with us in this mastermind, and also purely because of the number of people that are attending this at this point of time. But it's absolutely important for all of you to be able to go ahead and practice everything. And that is why, as you're completing this, I would like to go ahead and announce some bonuses. And the very first bonus that we have for all of you is that in the next 48 hours, you will be getting recordings of all of the sessions that you have attended in this mastermind. This is bonus number one. In fact, there is no reason for us to keep these recordings with us at all. It was an absolute lie that we had to make on day one yesterday, because otherwise you would not have felt this accomplished at all. You would have chosen to probably spend this weekend elsewhere, probably with your friends, probably, watching a movie, and you would have thought, any which ways, I'm going to get the recordings, let me watch them at my own pace. But now you have actually attended everything live, and you have completed the toughest part, which is learning and exposing yourself to what is possible. And now that you have gotten yourself exposed, I'm sure there is a lot of curiosity in you. And I hope that with that curiosity, you go back to these recordings and actually try to build things all by yourself. If it's a tool, I would want you to go ahead, create an account, and try to use the tool like numerous.ai or Superjoin or Happenstance. leverage the potential of these tools that we have learned, or go ahead and build custom GPTs or Gemini gems from scratch. You do it once, you will understand the entire process for yourself. So within the next 48 hours, by Tuesday, you will be getting all of the recordings of every session that you have attended in this mastermind. Perfect. Perfect. Loving all of the comments that are coming in on the chat. Yes, they will come on email to all of you. And some of you, while registering for this mastermind, you have also taken an add-on. And that is not the recordings of the mastermind, because recordings of the mastermind were supposed to be given to everyone already. But the additional add-on bump that you have taken, in case you have, which was optional for people, those are another set of generative AI tutorials that are going to help you learn a few more tools that we could not cover in the mastermind. So those of you who have opted for that bump or that add-on, you would receive it on your emails. I will make sure that it comes up with the other bonuses and resource files as well. And in case you do not see it coming to you by any chance, you can always reach out to our team at hi@outscale.com. I hope that clarifies. Now, moving to the second bonus for everyone. Apart from the recordings, we are also giving you some extensive workbooks. And let me go ahead and show you what these workbooks essentially look like. All of these workbooks will be shared with all of you over email within the next 48 hours. But let me show you what these workbooks essentially look like. Give me 1 second. Perfect. All right. There you go. Sharing my screen once again. And let me open the chat as well. Regarding the additional add-ons, you can do that at your own convenience, Gautam, if you have taken it. Perfect. So this, what I'm showing you, okay, this, what I'm showing you is workbook number 1 that is going to come to all of you along with the recordings. And this will take you back to the very first session where we learned prompting skills, right? Because inside this workbook, there are 2 tasks that you have to go ahead and complete. One is for you to go ahead and make a prompting library for yourself by listing down the common tasks that you do on a daily level, and what are the tasks that if given to AI, you will end up saving some time for yourself. And you're going to be creating base prompts for each of these tasks, and you will finally organize all of these tasks, right? And there is a sheet as well that we have embedded right here. When you open the sheet, it will open a worksheet for all of you to go ahead and fill, and you can basically complete your entire task by looking at this entire worksheet, right? And as you scroll down, you will also find definitions to some prompting techniques that we could not cover yet in the mastermind, which is zero shot, few shot, chain of thought, tree of thought, meta prompting, prompt chaining, and all of that. Task 1.2 here is for all of you to go ahead and build an application yourself using Claude, not vibe coding, but a web-based application, probably like a snake game or a tic-tac-toe app or a quiz application, something like what Raghuveer made Perplexity Comet do yesterday, if you remember in the first session, where there was a greeting card with which he went ahead and shared his love. How do you do that? Well, that is put in right here inside this document, and you can go ahead and follow these steps to be able to build web-based applications all by yourself, right? Now, the second workbook is all about building Gemini gems or custom GPTs, right? And here we have gone ahead and given you the task to build a custom GPT or a Gemini gem that writes LinkedIn posts exactly like you. And as you scroll down in this, we have also gone ahead and given you the example prompts that you could go ahead and use. But my recommendation to all of you would be to go ahead and write these prompts all by yourself, because that is how you will end up building the skill. But we taught you the markdown prompting template, and that is also right here inside this workbook. And we have also added screenshots for your ease so that you don't get blocked anywhere, considering the fact that a lot of people might be doing this for the very first time. So follow these steps exactly as they are. Third workbook that we have for all of you is on diffusion models, which will help you generate images and videos as well. And because we know that many of you may not have access to paid tools to generate images and videos, we have gone ahead and included free tools here, which work in the exact same way that Shantanu taught all of us today. So all of these 4 workbooks will come to all of you over email. Does that sound exciting? Yes, there's a lot of effort that went into creating this and curating this very well. But imagine the kind of effort that has gone into building the accelerator program and also building the AIGF program, right? So people who have already blocked your seats, you don't have to worry that, hey, I did not know that so much material will be given away in the mastermind itself. Why did I enroll into the accelerator program? You can just imagine, if we are this prepared for a mastermind, how prepared we are for the accelerator program, right? But loving all of the comments that are coming in. And the reason why we went to this extent is because we want the world to learn AI and start using AI, and we want to play our part in doing so, right? Now, let me go ahead and talk about the certificate itself. Give me 1 second before I do this. Let me pull up a link, but yeah, there you go. Give me 1 second, folks. All right, all right. So now that we have come to the final part of the mastermind and we are having the graduation, all of you will be getting a certificate as well. And how do you get that certificate? Well, I'm going to drop in a link on the chat at this point of time. Using this link, all that you need to do is paste this link that I'm going to be sharing on the chat. Once you paste this link in your browser, you will end up on a screen like this that says generate your course certificate. I'm just going to quickly close the chat box. Mantra, you will have 1 year access to all of the recordings and the material that we are giving away as well. Yeah, 1 year access is what all of you are getting. Perfect. Now, how do you generate your certificate? I'm going to share this link with all of you. All that you need to do is, now that you have completed the mastermind and you're still on the call, you can go ahead and enter your name, your email address, and your phone number as well right here. And you click on generate your certificate. And once you click on that, you should see the certificate getting generated automatically with your name inside of it. And you can download this as a PDF file, and you can go ahead and share it on LinkedIn, share it on Instagram. And when you do, you can go ahead and tag us. A lot of people, after sharing it, started receiving a lot of inbound questions around AI itself. And that is what could happen if you take pictures of the notes that you have written and also a picture of your certificate and push it out. Now, we could have shared this certificate over email as well, but just because of the number of people that are attending this at this point of time, earlier we saw that usually some emails end up in spam, and people end up thinking that we have not delivered what we committed to deliver, which is not the case, right? So what I've done right now is I've asked our team to disable the authentication layer, because of which you can enter your name, email ID, phone number like I showed you. And once you do that, your certificate will get generated automatically. So I'm going to go ahead and share this link on the chat at this point of time. For the next 10 minutes, all of you can go ahead and generate your certificate here. Putting it in on the chat. Wonderful. Wonderful. Did you all understand how to generate your certificate? I'll give you all 2 minutes or probably a minute to go ahead and generate your certificate right now. Give me a thumbs up if you have understood how to generate your certificate. Wonderful. The workbooks will be sent in the next 48 hours on your email along with the recordings. If you do not receive the email from our side for whatever reason,